Girls and guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So, got a very rare beast on the ramp. It is indeed a BMW E30, but not your normal E30. This thing, chef's kiss that bad boy, is a C2 2.5 Alpina. Because it's up in the air, I can't show you the badges. 1 second. Yes, that's the Alpina badge, and the C2 2.5. Also has the plaque inside that says it's an Alpina. It is a genuine Alpina. We know the owner. The owner's had it for a while, and it is genuine. It is missing the Alpina splitter because it comes with the M Sport or something along the lines. I can't remember the exact story behind it. The customer's telling me, but it is going in to actually have them bits done. He's finally tracked down an original, and that's getting done. So why do I have this unicorn on my ramp, one will say? Well, it's in for a small little oil leak. Now, as you can see, it's a little leaky, and we have a leak from the rear main oil seal. So we are actually going to replace it. We have carried out some tests previously, and it does show that the rear main oil seal is leaking. I believe if the clutch is in good condition, we won't be replacing it, but if not, we'll be sticking a new one on. But as you can see, I mean, for the record, she does get used. This car is a used car, as in it sees the miles, it sees the shows, it sees the good stuff. So don't expect an absolute concourse vehicle, but this thing is in insane condition for a G-Reg motor. I mean, look at it, lovely. Still running the old school Conti Sport 2s as well. So nice. Now I've stopped drooling on it, let's probably do one of the easiest clutches in the world. Now, these are just very straightforward. First things first, disconnect the battery, which is up there. So disconnect the battery, because obviously starter motor. It's 2 bolts to get the slave cylinder out of the way. We'll just whip that up somewhere nice, because we have all the room today, which is nice. Looking at the exhaust, probably going to drop it from here, and they get 2 new clamps in. Maybe undo it from there. Don't really want to take the whole exhaust down because she sits perfectly in there, so I don't want to mess around with it too much. So we will be disconnecting it from the clamps and just getting it out of the way. Then it's prop shaft undo, might have to take the heat shield off as well. Prop shaft out of the way, lower gearbox mount, exhaust mount, and then unbolt the gearbox and take it out. Now, just to make you laugh, to the customer, so we do a clutch while it's there, and he goes, "It already had a clutch." I was like, "Oh, what, recently?" And he goes, "Oh, fairly recently, yeah. It's only done 700 miles since the last clutch." I was like, "Well, that's annoying, they should have changed the rear main oil seal." And he goes, "Yeah, that was about 5 years ago." Well, two exhaust clamps, snappy snap, which is fine. We're going to replace them anyway, they were battered. And this car only deserves the finest. Remove that out of the way, that's just floating, ready to come down. Now, we're going to whip the heat shield off, and I'm not even going to lie, I love an E30. Really love an E30. And the fact that this one is just, oh, baby. Right, well, it's the next day. We are back on this. So I've ended up removing the complete exhaust because you couldn't get to this bolt here, which is the lower gearbox mount, sorry. But what I have noticed, which is pretty cool, which you don't get on newer 46s and anything like that. I don't know about the 36, I haven't done a clutch on one. Oh no, I have. I don't think that. These are on a slide-in mounts, which is so cool. But when you take that off, obviously support the engine, support the gearbox. Removing the proper shaft, which is actually 17s, and I'm pretty sure on like 46s and stuff, they're 18s, so that's a little bit different. Now the good thing is these are on slide-in splines, so I can push it back and just get the prop shaft out of the way. I'm so literally tie it to the ramp just to keep it out of the way, and then it is go time on removing the exhaust. Overall, it's still an absolute pleasure right now. Right, well, that just collapsed back on the sliding splines here. The T13s from there are out, and now I've just literally left it to angle and dangle. Obviously these bolts are down there. I do this for 2 reasons. 1, to show you, and 2, for my own personal reference. Now, these are the same as obviously 46, 36, etc. You've got 1 pin, 2 little yellow washers either side, and then the hook pin up here, which, is it going to be nice to me? Oh, is she going to be nice to me today? Yeah, the hook pin. Everyone watching that's probably annoyed how nicely that come out, because they don't normally come out that nice. So that's that one. Then we shall forget we've put that there. This one is just, this one isn't going to be nice to me because the other one was. No, you're going to need a little hook screwdriver to get that one out. There you have it. I was right. There are two yellow thingamithings. That's on there. That just lifts up out of the gearbox. And now we can lower the gearbox down a little bit to get a bit of a, no, there's too much lower down, to get a bit of a better view of the bolts. I'm hoping the starter motor is going to come out nicely. So anyone that works on BMs know that starter motors and BMWs, they don't like coming out. And the starter motor is up here. So let's get these sockets and start wazzing it out. Before we do anything, just remember up here, sorry, there is a 10mm that goes through the back end plate to the gearbox. Nice little 10mm that you go and do there. And it's only on one side. So there's the little 10, and these are on 46s and 36s as well. Do not forget that, because that 10mm will seriously stop you from getting the gearbox undone. Look at that lovely bolt up there that we need to get to. Right, all the bolts are out of the bell housing and we are nearly ready to get it down. I have just tied the prop shaft up there. So, gearbox out time. Well, you can see where she's drippy, but what I'm not happy about is the state of these Allen keys, because that one, well, I say it should be six-sided, looks more round. Yeah, the clutch doesn't look too old, which is good, but I did have a little look up here and it looked very silicone-y. So let's get this clutch and flywheel off and we'll investigate. So had to use a multi-spline to get that Allen key out because it was mangled and just spinning round. So that's one down. Well, the flywheel's off, but you can feel it's heavily grooved, like really badly grooved. I'm not quite happy about that, so I'm going to see if I can get that skimmed before it goes back on, because yeah, that's not nice. That feels terrible. Right. If you're the type of person that does this to cars, I don't even hate you. There's a new place in the world for you. Do not cover a rear main seal in silicone to get it to stop leaking. They only cost 30, 40 quid, brand new, genuine from BMW. You really are a terrible person. Well, we'll be scrubby dub. We've got a lot more to clean. I've still got to clean in there. There was signs of it leaking around here. I've actually done, well, this is clean. I've still got to do a little bit more cleaning. Don't know where that's coming from. Where is that coming from? Looks like it's coming from that bolt. Going to investigate that in a minute. But what we did to remove the rear main oil seal was got a little self-tappy tapper, smashed it through, and then used the claw hammer and out she come. Matched it up to the new one. Yep, very, very good. Again, can't see. Oh, that was me. I put 2 holes in. I was going to go with 2, but I went with 1. Can't see where this was leaking from. 90 by 110 by 12 is the numbers there. Let's see if this is correct. No, that's not. That's a non-genuine one. Hold on. I don't think that's actually a genuine rear main seal. Nothing that says it is. When you look at this one. Actually, this hasn't got any BMW markings on. Nah, doesn't matter. Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got some oil there. I'm going to slather it up with oil once I'm nice and clean. Put it in, give it some love taps with this one, and hopefully seat that little puppy home. Little puppy. Alright, well, new rear main oil is in. Everything is cleaned and looking very nice. I might just put a bit of silicone. I'm joking. Wouldn't do that. That was horrendous. So yeah, everything's all nice and cleaned up. We're just waiting for the flywheel to arrive. Because we cleaned this quite a lot, there was a little bit that went through into the sump, so we're just doing an oil change as we speak. New oil filter, which is up there. There's the manifold. Yeah, just waiting for the skimmed flywheel to come back. We have already checked our clutch kit. Everything's all correct. We're running an LUK, a Schaeffler LUK, because only the best will do. Reason why that's that is we already tested it. Comes as a 3-piece kit. Going to fit the release bearing now. In preparation. Oh my God, what is that? Is that glued in? Jesus, I can't get that out. There you go, that's better, that's better. So yeah, also putting a new sump nut in, the old one Well, it looked like there's a little leak from it, so new sump nut can't hurt. And a Marley filter. So, to the release bearing. Quick little comparison. All looks well and good. That's an INA and an INA. Nice. Right, well, these literally just fit like that. That's it. Release bearing in. Put a little bit of grease and clean this up. A little bit of grease on the throw out. And just clean up the oil inside the box as well. Why not? Well, I got a little bit clean happy when I started spraying it off a braking clutch. Just gonna give it a little... Left hand is not the right hand to be doing this with. 1 second. There we go. Now let's just torque it up. Lovely. Right. New oil filter, that's done. Let's come up nice and clean with a little spray. Get very happy with the braking clutch cleaner, so can't complain. Oh, we got a very nice flywheel back. That is been machined by a shop in Bedford. We've torqued up the flywheel bolts, we've just marked them so we know. Now it's time to fit the clutch and get the gearbox back on. Oil's been put in, we're running a 1040 Valvoline in this bad boy. So, that is making me very, very happy. Right, new clutch is in, we're lined up, all the bolts are marked. So we've put a 10.9 grade bolt here. They are different, but that's the ones that we can get our hands on because they actually, you can undo them. So we've got 4 originals, 2 non-original, but the other ones were chewed to death, so that was what it is. The other one is up there. So I've done them equal to each other. Now, gearbox in, and we can get this thing back on road. Alright, gearbox is in, all bolted up. Starter motor, I've only got 1 bolt in and the other bolt in, but I've got to put a nut behind it. Don't know why it's nut and bolted. Prop shaft bolted up. Engine mount 13, tight, brilliant. Now we turn work back, got to do the prop shaft centre bearing, tighten them up, 2 13s. And then heat shields, exhaust, I've just remembered got to order exhaust clamps. Alright, well she's all done. And look at it. Look at that beautiful little puppy. Yeah, the exhaust was a pain in the arse, I'm not going to lie. Massive pain in the backside, but it's all done. This is my favourite thing. I love it. Now, got to take it on a road test, but you've got to see the interior. Can't remember if I showed you the interior last time round, but oh, look at it. Ooh. Oh yes, so this one is all nice and done. Everything's all sorted. Been for a nice little road test. So this one is done. Yes.